Scott Narver, if we had a PWP encyclopedia, what would be the first entry? Because it's in alphabetical order.
Jake Lloyd Bacon, that's a great question. I would want our encyclopedia to be like that of a phone book.
Okay.
So people got to do a little bit of work, and then they would see Bacon is the first entry.
Oh, because that's my last name since 2020.
Yeah, and you're always sizzling.
What would be the final entry at the end of the alphabet?
The final entry would be Zubaz, because we are going to order some and start wearing those exclusively on our video streams that we don't show our lower torso of.
WWE Encyclopedia 21 Pantsless today on Pro Wrestling Palskis. Hey, Scott Narver.
Hey, Jake Lloyd Bacon.
Hello to everybody out there joining us for yet another Pro Wrestling Palskis, another week of chatting wrestling. Scott, we didn't do our silly little cold open as of right now.
It's okay. We got all day to record. We have hours upon hours upon hours upon hours because you got nowhere to be.
Nope. I got nowhere to be. Could you say that we rushed into this today now at this point?
Are you really not going to bring up what
I am.
Where you're going to go
That's why I'm asking. I'm trying to lead us there.
You're not seeing the band Rush. No one's seeing the band Rush. Come
on. I got invited to go see Spinal Tap 2 with Rob Reiner at the DGA. And that's right around the time that we usually record these. So I was like, hey, Scotty, can you hop on early? And he went, no. And I said, please. And then he was like, show me your butt. And then I sent him a picture of my butt. And he was like, okay. It's really all
paywall.
In offense. It's really all quite offense.
So wait, what snacks are you going to buy Rob Reiner for allowing you to go to this?
What did you say I'm going to do? I'm going to do what for Rob Reiner?
What snacks are you going to buy Rob Reiner?
Does he seem like an old school, he's like a Cracker Jack guy. I kind of get that vibe. Right?
With his straw vaudevillian hat that he wears during the showing?
Yeah, I don't know. He just seems like an old school, like Americana, Cracker Jack. Maybe he's just like a peanuts guy. Maybe he's just like a sack of peanuts.
Those are in kebab. So you think in a movie, Rob Reiner is just unruly with peanut shells and cracking them and tossing them on the floor?
Oh, pistachios. And he leaves the shells everywhere. Oh, that was very triggering.
Why?
Because that was with my mother. That's like my mother would leave pistachio shells all over the goddamn house.
Oh, well then maybe it's kismet. Maybe Rob Reiner is your father.
Oh, one could wish. Anyways, hey, we didn't yet acknowledge our current PWP champ, Mickey Bell from Gibraltar. He will defend that title next week, maybe? No, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Wow, it was a 5-week championship reign for Mickey Bell because he got lucky with 5 Tuesdays in the month.
He knows how to choose them.
He does know how to choose them. He did indeed. I mean, technically, everybody did pay to be champion. So I was gonna say he bought his title, but technically everybody does.
But Mickey knows when it counts.
Right. Yeah. How are you, Scott Narver? Outside of the loaded question generally of how are you?
Oh, so to separate it and put it into the concept. I did get to go do something fun. I went and did another NAW Nah or Never show.
I saw the advertisings for those. That seemed to be a good time.
I'm never in the advertisements for them because I am a card subject to change type of guy.
Oh, that's pretty.
So I got to do that, and special guests were someone I didn't know who they were at all, which is fine.
Right.
it's I don't know if he was a TV actor or what, but there's oftentimes where Shane will get people like from 90s TV shows where I'm like, I didn't watch that.
Sure.
He's excited about it. Good for him.
And just then, to add to the sort of like wide variety of the whole thing as well.
Yes, not just wrestlers on the panel and stuff. He also had Jonathan Coachman returned.
Coach.
And Josh Barnett showed up. And
wait, remind me the name, Josh Barnett. I know the name. I can't put the face right now, though.
You probably know him best from New Japan Pro Wrestling commentary on, I think they did on Access TV, where it's him and Jim Ross basically introducing it to the American audience. He's also, he runs, a blood sport. He has his own promotion that he does. He, at the moment, he looks kind of like a travel size Brock Lesnar.
Travel size, which is still huge.
Yes.
But travel size.
And terrifying.
Right. So,
he did nothing to be unpleasant or anything like that. There's nothing that he did. It's merely me like having flashbacks of like, oh, I think he would shove me into a locker if he could.
You had your own, you were triggered your own way.
Yeah. He just has that kind of presence where it's like, yeah, he's a legit tough guy. He's an MMA champion and he's a legit badass. And I never caught him like smiling a lot. So any of the interactions I had with him on stage or anything, it was just, I just played into like, I am terrified of you. And afterwards there was no like, hey man, I'm just a puppy dog. It's okay. No, it was just like, oh, okay.
He stayed at that level of terror the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But he played along and he had fun.
Right on.
But yeah, it was a bizarre show, but it was a fun time.
That's kind of the point of those. They are all bizarre shows.
That one ended up being far more bizarre for me. I'm sure Shane posted these online. By the way, the dryer's going right now. I hope that's not going to be an audio issue.
I heard a little ding earlier, and I just thought like something was happening.
Yeah, because I was asked like, hey, can I run the machines? And I'm like, yeah, because we got too much backup of stuff going on. So I'm like, yeah, sorry, audio people.
Also, that room isn't hot enough. You need a hot dryer going as well.
Oh, no, it's fine today. It's overcast and there's a bit of rain. It's lovely.
Oh, look at you, temperate.
Yes.
Lovely.
So, temperify. Do or cry.
Well, that all sounds lovely. And I hope people can catch those on the interwebs when Shane posts them. They seem like a circus, but in the best way possible.
Yes, they are quite circus-like and super fun. And if you're ever in the Los Angeles area and you want to come see one of them shows, hit us up right on the Discord. I'll give you the details and say I may or may not be there. I don't know.
Card subject to change. Well, as of recording yesterday, there were a couple huge pay-per-views, PLEs, whatever you want to call them. Lots of tons of
now
news.
They're fucking pay-per-views again.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They were pay-per-views again. Great.
Right? I don't know ultimately how ESPN Ultimate is supposed to work with if replays are just on all the time, if you could just always access it, if it is just when it's on. I was enjoying myself watching some TikTok videos of some people going like, all right, so I'm on my Disney Plus and I have all the things, and I go to click on it and then it takes me here and watching like a 3-minute video of the frustration of, and it says I'm fucking locked out, but I'm paying for it and this is bullshit.
I mean, we were recording a couple watch-alongs yesterday, and I did that exact same thing live with you on. Like I was like, oh, here, nope, it's not in this. No, it doesn't. Okay, I guess I don't have it. Sorry, too bad, so sad.
And I have yet to test it. I have not wanted to go through the steps to even see, because I have YouTube TV,
right?
Which a lot of let's say armchair experts were saying like, you're totally gonna have access. I'm like, I don't believe so, but I'll find out later today and not watch the show.
Well, I bring all
I've
that.
I've seen the highlight. I've seen the best part of the show so far. Have you seen that?
I don't know. Maybe is it? I think the only two things I saw were EO being nice to Stephanie Vaquer and CM Punk checking out his wife's butt. Those are the two things I saw.
Wrong Stephanie, bro.
Oh, what's the other? Undertaker confusing induct with the word announce. That I saw.
Not just that, him just being really weird and talking to her like a creep and just trying to do a surprise gotcha moment in the earliest announcement of a Hall of Fame member ever.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, Stephanie McMahon being abducted into the WWE Hall of Fame by the guy who abducted her and wanted to marry her on a crucifix of his own design.
Just give him a big hug. I forget. I did see that clip as well. I saw, but it was like the WWE social media version of it where it had Triple H. Like I don't think I saw the broadcast. I saw like a thing that they put out where they were like,
seek out the broadcast.
Okay, we'll do.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, because I'm sure what I saw was probably edited to make it seem cleaner, I bet.
And Triple H was in no way involved.
Right. I know. I assumed that. Yeah.
So there was that. And the other thing I've heard about, I've not seen it yet. So fucking, we're going to talk about Encyclopedia in a minute here, people.
Yeah, I was, by the way, I was going to do a bit. I was going to say, yesterday there were 2 pay-per-views and there's tons of news, but we're not talking about any of that. It's time for WWE Encyclopedia. And then I was just going to move on. And now we're doing it.
I just can't believe, again, sight unseen, there's like a bunch of kids that are dressed in Cena gear for his entrance. And that match is first, by the way. It's Cena versus Lesnar to kick off the show.
Okay.
When supposedly they had announced like that's the final match of the show. That's closing it. Bunch of kids come out, Cena gear, and they're there for his entrance. And then they all go and disperse and like they're with the families in the crowd that have mortgaged their house in order to be there. And then Cena gets squashed again by Lesnar.
Really?
Totally fucking squashed. And they show kids in the crowd crying. That's the start to the show. Cena's there for like 4 more times. He gets fucking annihilated. Kids are crying.
The kids that came out with him?
Yeah. And then supposedly, again, sight unseen, crowd's kind of flat for the rest of the show.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
They kill the fucking crowd at the beginning.
Just a bunch of kids crying because Cena lost.
For the ESPN debut, for all this, for the new, like, this is now $30 as opposed to $5.
I know you didn't see it, but when you say he squashed him, was it literally just like kick F5 pin, or was it like a?
I think it was kind of like the SummerSlam match.
Okay.
Where it's just Cena tries a couple things and Lesnar just has his way with him.
Got it.
And ultimately just like it's not a competitive match.
Got it. Because I was wondering if it's like literally like 30 seconds to just add insult to injury.
I don't know for sure. Right. I just heard that it felt like the one of old. And so that was just amazing to hear that they're going, we got all your fucking money anyway, it doesn't matter. Hey, all these kids are here, well, fuck you kids, it doesn't matter. No, life's hard.
That was another thing that I did see somebody post a still, I think it might have been in our Discord, of somebody in the audience who had a sign that said he shouldn't be here and we all know why.
That's too vague.
And you're not wrong. It's like, we're gonna need to be more specific here. We're gonna need proper nouns. Anyways, well, sounds like they're doing a great job over there.
But hey, when the future looks rough, let's go to the past. Oh, when times are better, or at least funnier, with the WWE Encyclopedia edition
21.
Number 21.
Yeah.
Which is too old for Jerry Lawler. So sorry, Jerry.
How do you want to do it? Do you want me to do the little scrolly and you say stop, or do you want to pick a number in between numbers?
Let's do a scrolly stop.
Scrolly
I
stop?
like the old scrolly stop.
I'm not gonna tell you though whether I'm going backwards or forwards. I'm gonna just spin it around in my lap here.
Just let me know when you're about to begin. Give me a countdown.
On video, it looks way different than what I'm actually doing. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it looks like you're waxing on.
I am beginning it now.
Stop.
Oh, I think we're in
Stephanie McMahon.
We're in a big spread. Hey, look who it is.
Stephanie McMahon?
No.
Jacqueline.
We got we're deep in the J's. We got Jacqueline. We got Jack Tunney. We got Jackie Gata. who I don't know, and then Jake
Oh.
the Snake Roberts on his own page. He has his whole big one page all to himself.
Did they mention Beyond the Mat that I recently rewatched?
No, but we don't plan this. That was totally random. I'm very glad you rewatched that because now I'm curious. I saw that you posted that you watched it, and I'm curious to get your thoughts on it all these years later. But we'll get there.
Sure.
Do you want to?
Well, this is a great foursome. I'm very excited.
Well, I don't know Jack. Do you want to do this? Do you want to just do them in order?
You don't know President Jack Tunney?
Well, that's the one guy I do know.
Oh, okay. You don't know Jackie Gata, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't know Jackie Gata.
Tough Enough 2 contestant.
Okay, yeah, didn't.
And I don't know about the current state of things, but at one point was married to Charlie Haas.
Oh, got it.
Also, very well known to have one of the most infamous nip slips in all of WWE history.
You know,
and the way it was shot, like everything about it, like it was not meant to be an actual like wardrobe malfunction.
Right.
But
it wasn't a planned WWE nip slip from the era.
No, but it was super funny. I think it's Lance Storm approaching behind her, and she's doing the turnaround like, wait a minute, is someone behind me right now? And then there's a nipple. And the shot is just like on them.
Is that this? Who made it? Who did that voice? Who was that you were quoting?
That, of course, was Crash Holly.
Gotcha. There's a nipple.
He's like, can I play the nipple? Could I be that? Could I get out of the Holly family?
It says here, in 2003, she added a manager to her resume, beginning to accompany Rico to the ring. And then she managed Rico and Charlie Haas to the WWE Tag Team Championships.
It was a bit of an odd pairing all around.
Yeah. Doesn't really say anything. She's one of those talents where they tell you all of the people that she wrestled who are more famous than her, and that's her credentials.
Yeah, because it wasn't really a long lifespan there. And it sucks. It's difficult. That's why I gave up on all these fucking the BFE show or whatever these are on A&E. Any of the competition shows of, hey, you're going to be a wrestler. Because they just never followed through. Maven was, I think, the most that we got out of anybody, but that it just never came to fruition. It never came back. Like they never kept trying with someone. They'd always drop and go, no, the next one's going to be a big deal. But you put so much time in watching them in the reality setting, and sometimes you ended up having more emotional attachment to them because you knew them as a person than the characters you see on regular WWF television that are, a character, but you didn't know anything personal about them.
Right.
So Jackie Gata was someone where I'm like, no, I really like her. Like, can we please get her on television more? Because I'm emotionally invested.
I mean, and the irony is like they would then just take that formula and apply it to people who are already on the roster, like with Total Divas and stuff like that, where it's like, oh, I mean, I'll never forget when my, it was years ago now, but when my middle niece was little and like Nikki Bella came up in conversation and I was like, wait, what? Like, wrestling? And she was like, oh yeah, she loves Nikki Bella. And I was like, how? And she's like, oh, she watches the reality show on YouTube. And then that led her to look up Nikki Bella matches on YouTube. And even though she's not like following the show, I was like, oh, that's actually like, that is a proof of concept that like you created a personal interest in a real life person. And not that she like stuck around or is some wrestling fan now, but at least like, it shows you how people
cool. And they do that as well.
Exactly. Jackie Gata, any guess at what her finishing move was? According to the book?
Nip slip.
You're close. You had the right first letter. Neck breaker. That's it. Just says neck breaker.
It's probably a knee drop.
Nip slip. No, yeah. I'm trying.
Let me see. Oh, sorry. I'm getting
What do you got?
I'm getting breaking news.
Oh, okay.
From
what?
Let's see here. From Warzeka, who's always on the pulse of things, because he says you called it, and I go, "Uh oh, what does this mean?" Because I call a lot of terrible shit.
You should tell him to call the hotline.
So my prediction, I think I did it on the show as well when we were talking about Saudi Mania.
Right.
And even more so, I was tripling down on this yesterday with Stephanie McMahon being announced for the Hall of Fame. I'm like, oh, this totally then sets up for Vince McMahon to be in the Hall of Fame in Saudi. So because of the lawsuit, WWE stopped mentioning Vince McMahon. But today, Vince has made a special appearance in the WrestlePalooza video. In fact, Triple H himself made this shared the video on his social media. So Warzaka's like, you called it. They're easing him back in.
Yeah. We need like a breaking news graphic for when we're live.
It could be I got it. So it could be one of our faces on Jackie Gata.
It'll be
right?
you. You're the only one who gets the breaking news. Yes.
And then it's the nip slip video. And then the news
comes from the
Lance Storm.
Oh, got it. Like in the corner.
No, but we just have the nip slip for the views.
Oh, I get it. Got it. The views for the news.
Yeah, Jackie Gata. And that was the first year also where so Tough Enough was, I think in the first year, they overtly said like, hey, we're giving out 2 contracts, one for a male, one for a female.
Okay.
And I believe it was a even divide of male and female prospects.
Is
and
is that the Miz? Did he come from that?
No.
I didn't watch any of that. No. Okay. Got it.
He was season 3.
Oh,
he
was way into it. Gotcha. Okay.
The first season had like ODB in the tryouts. She got close to the finals. But it like the people in the house were Christopher Nowinski, Josh Matthews.
Oh, interesting.
Maven went on to win it. Nydia went on to win it. Those are the ones that just spring to mind at the moment. And then the second season definitely wasn't as clear cut where it's like, oh, here we go. Like we've definitely got a couple of top favorites. There were some where the look was a little weirder or something, where you go like, I guess we'll settle for some of these people. And Jackie Gata was pretty interesting. And then they chose 2 females, but I think they flat out said at a certain point, like 2 contracts will be given. And it just kind of went under everybody's radar. And then when they did the announcement, everyone went like, wait,
none of the men. Right.
What? And then the men clearly didn't look thrilled on camera because it's like, well, one of us is getting a fucking payday.
Right.
Oh, no, it's Linda Miles and Jackie Gata. The fuck?
Well.
So, because that's how, basically, that's how bad the men had to be.
Do you remember any of the men in that?
In the late Attitude Era to be not chosen at all.
Do you remember anybody who ended up going on to be somebody somewhere else, or?
No, some of the guys like they showed up for a little bit in Independence, or maybe TNA had them for a hot minute. But I think ultimately when they got a lot of these people, they went, "Oh, your training was just there, and that's it."
Right.
You're not ready for any of this shit. Right.
That was Tough Enough too. Is that what you said?
I believe she was Tough Enough too with Linda Miles and all that. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to look it up. Tough Enough 2. Yep. Linda Miles, Jackie Gata.
There's a guy with blonde hair, but it was just like a little tuft. It was more sophisticated than Tyson Kidd.
See, the problem is that are we going to recognize their names? Oh, Matt Morgan was in that season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there are also a lot of names where it's like, are we going to recognize their real names? Aaron Lewis. Wait, is Aaron Lewis? That's not. No, I'm not. It's Aaron Stevens. Never mind.
Okay. No, he was in developmental for
Danny
35
Carney.
years.
I mean, he's got the name already. I don't know who that guy is. Hawk Youngkins. Oh my gosh.
Hawk might have been the guy with the blonde hair.
Hawk Youngkins. What a name. Yep, he was a blonde guy. I'm like,
there's a weird blonde haired guy. Trying to find him.
Jake.
All the photos I see
Sokolov.
are them
Jake
now.
Sokolov.
That might be the guy. That Jake might be the guy I'm thinking of.
Jake Sokolov had like a little. Yeah. He kind of had a Tyson Kidd thing going on.
Yeah, he was the guy that of that era, of that time. You go, oh, I could see them picking him.
Right. Well, there you go. Maybe if Matt Morgan would have won, he could have ended up married to Haas.
Yeah, but then we never would have had him on Your Mark, and he never would have broke Skeeter's neck.
Wait, really? He's the one?
Yeah.
I don't think I knew that.
Have you never seen that video? He ragdolls me.
I don't know. I don't think I recall.
He's like a mama cat.
I recall the origin of the Skeeter neck break.
Oh yeah, that's it. That is most definitely the origin of the Skeeter neck break is Matt Morgan. We do a little side bit afterwards where, because I think at the time, like he was one of the first people that was seemingly legit annoyed by Skeeter when he knew the show.
Okay.
Like he watched On Your Mark. He was fully aware of like all of it, was a fan. But then when like WeChat, like he didn't seem to like me or my thing. And then when we did a bit on camera, it was clear that he didn't like me or my thing.
Maybe.
And then we didn't talk about anything beforehand.
Okay.
And he was physical with me.
Oh, I see. He took liberties.
He wasn't mean about it or did anything bad, but it was scary. So I'm like,
Understood.
oh, you know I'm a civilian, right?
Well, post the link to that in the Discord when the episode comes out so everybody can watch.
Okay.
Jack Tunney.
President Jack Tunney.
I used to really think that Jack Tunney ran all of it.
I did too.
When I was a little kid, I was like, Jack Tunney, he's the boss. You have to listen to Jack Tunney. When he comes out, it's serious.
They were great when they showed him. It felt like it. Like it worked because Jack Tunney wasn't on all the time.
Right.
Like he wasn't there. He was only around when there was a big major announcement. And then when he was like in a conference room with a couple of people, like
right.
with Andre and Hogan, it's like, oh shit, they're there with the president. I probably knew President Jack Tunney better than whatever president it was at the time. Like as a child, like if a teacher said,
the American president,
can you name the president of the United States? Like
Jack Tunney?
No, but I know President Jack Tunney.
That's really funny.
And I think he was a Canadian promoter. Like
this is all
from the stuff I've heard. Like he was a legit guy in the wrestling industry, and he was, I think, a get for the company and did do something in some capacity there.
You know, this might come to a massive surprise to you, but the entire breakdown of him in the WWE Encyclopedia is in kayfabe. There's nothing. It's not like, originally a promoter and blah, blah, blah. It starts with, as WWE President, Jack Tunney was one of the most respected, authoritative figures of his time. And then it just goes on to say, one of his toughest decisions came when a series of controversial matches between Hulk Hogan and Undertaker forced him to vacate the championship in 1991. And him, suspending Andre the Giant, all this other stuff. And then decades later, Tunney is still remembered as a no-nonsense leader who stewarded WWE's ship during an incredibly popular period in sports entertainment history.
You know what's weird is they never addressed him not being WWF president anymore. As far as I know, like there's never
they never replaced him. Well, yeah, that's the thing is they also never said the new president.
Yeah.
They were just like, maybe he's still the WWE president.
Oh shit. He might be. His head might be in a jar.
Do we think Jack Tunney's still alive?
I don't believe so, but I'm gonna check.
I'm looking it up.
No, because he's currently buried at the Holy Cross Cemetery in Thornhill, Ontario.
Passed away in 2004.
Oh, did he live to see Jackie Gata get a Tough Enough 2 contract?
Wait, yes, in 2003 is when when all that happened. He did. He got to see. By the way, he was a junior, Jack Tunney Jr., known as Jack Tunney.
Is that right? He's
life
a junior?
He established Toronto's Queensberry Athletic Club, later known by the unofficial name of Maple Leaf Wrestling, with him and his father and his uncle, Frank Tunney, and Toots Mont.
Oh, I've heard of Toots Mont.
What a great name that is. Yeah,
Pretty
Toots Mont. Toots Mont looks like a thumb. That dude's got no neck. Yeah, I mean,
Canadian professional wrestling promoter.
he definitely had a presence. He looked the part. I wonder if we looked back, like, do you think he's a good
super
actor?
Dry.
Yeah.
He's not in the landscape of all things. Like, he's perfect in that role because you're not going like, whoa, who's that guy? I want him on my TV more. Like,
Right.
He's exceptionally better than Linda McMahon.
Sure.
But he's not just dead in the water.
Where is he? Is Dixie Carter? Where on the line of TV authoritative figures in wrestling does he fall? Who's he above and who's he below? Because I remember him. I remember the name, but I couldn't tell you what his voice sounded like. I couldn't tell you, like, oh yeah, he was really good on camera.
Hulk Hogan will be facing Andre the Giant, and
I didn't realize he was here on the podcast with us. Hi, Jack. Pleasure to have you from Beyond the Grave.
Look, he was a staple in Curtain Jerks.
Got it.
He ranks certainly above Dixie Carter.
Okay.
I think he also dressed the part better.
Sure.
Trying to think of other authoritarian figures.
Teddy Long. What about a Johnny Ace?
That's tough because that's just personal preference, really.
Sure.
To go like an overall, like, I will speak on behalf of everyone.
Right. Vicky Guerrero.
I fucking hate Vicky Guerrero, so I'll never give her any credit of anything. Hey, your husband's dead. We'll pay you because we feel bad at what happened. Oh, thank you so much.
We are gonna make fun
but
of you.
You're gonna have to work
life.
and show up and travel and do all this and be humiliated for that money. What? She's a legend. Okay, legendary fucking sap.
Is she a legend or is she a nostalgia act? Whatever the. They might be out of order. That might have been recorded for the future, but whatever.
She's nails on a chalkboard.
Got it.
Act.
Well, anyways,
yeah, I'd say that Teddy Long. That's tough. Teddy did it for so long, and Teddy was authoritative.
He was charismatic, but he wasn't good.
You don't think he was good?
No, he like fumbled over all of his lines. He was just not. He was not. He
when
said
you do
so
it
much
for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And he never fumbled tag team match play.
He kind of did. He kind of fumbled every time he used the word match because he would emphasize the wrong syllable.
I love the trajectory of Teddy Long because he's a manager.
Right. Referee.
He's doing his thing, and it's like, all right, well, now I'm a referee. Holy shit, I'm running SmackDown. So that's why, like, the justification of this man would walk out in an oversized suit and then just start dancing because, like, I fucking made it. I made it big. Like, I'm doing great.
I tell you what, in a white man's world, that's fucking black excellence right there. Usually white men fail up like that.
Yeah. Finally.
It's about time we got some equal opportunities. Well, let's talk Jacqueline.
A new addition to WWE Champions mobile game.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
for her.
Hall of Famer, women's champion, and what is that? Cruiserweight champion. She won the cruiserweight title at some point.
Sure.
Clearly she did.
She was also, I believe, the first WWE female referee.
Oh,
and
really?
It was short-lived. If not, it was in TNA. Like, she was a female referee for a while, and then it was just dropped. But it was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
She did a lot of cool stuff in TNA as well. She was with Beer Money for a little bit, having a good time.
Yeah,
she's always been. She's legit.
Yeah, she was always one of the. She's a great athlete. She was believable. She was, built. She looked like a threat, especially in that era where it seems like it was just like the pretty swimsuity type and then the athletes. And she sort of, I don't know.
Yeah, it's tricky when you're in the time of Sunny and Sable,
right?
Where Sunny's not wrestling and
right.
Sable shouldn't be, but all eyes and emphasis are on them. And Jacqueline's like, well, but I can fucking wrestle.
Right. I'm sorry, I was just reading here. I do not remember PMS. That's something that I blocked out of my memory. What did it stand for? Do you remember?
To get the hell out of the way. Because they were with Meat, I believe.
All right. Oh yeah, it does say that. Yep.
Who was Sean Stasiak?
As well as Mark
Kurt
Henry,
Angle's first opponent,
as well as Mark Henry and D'Lo Brown.
Okay.
They were
those
all
were
conquests.
tough segments to watch. That just felt like Russo just oozing out of your television, and
Right.
you go, no, this is the one where you need to go. Got it. That's a fun idea. Well, how about anything else?
This seems like your videos with Shane. Like this feels like your like writer's room sort of thing. All right, PMS, because they're ladies, and it stands for Pretty Mean Sisters.
Yeah,
Not with an R, sisters. Pretty Mean Sisters. Jacqueline,
brutal.
Terry, and Ryan Shamrock were the three of them.
Yeah. It's weird that people don't talk about that more.
It is really kind of strange. But yeah, I'm really curious about the Cruiserweight Championship. It doesn't say. Oh, never mind. It's in a different paragraph. Yeah. So she beat Chavo Guerrero to become the only woman in WWE history to ever hold the Cruiserweight Championship.
Man, we could have asked Chavo about that.
That's a fun little.
You think
Yeah.
he's a guy who's like, yeah, that's some bullshit.
I don't know. I don't know. It's tough to get a read. Chavo was really, really nice when he came to the old Dragon's Den and did an episode with us. And he was like very open, and he seems like a down to earth, very real dude, but he's also definitely like a bro. Like he's got bro vibes through and through.
He's got bro vibes. The more mellow type. Not the
Sure, of course. But he did look at the sign on the wall and go, Dragon Wagon, Dragon D's nuts, and then laughed really loud at it.
That's right.
And I went, okay, all right, you're a D's nuts joke kind of guy. I wouldn't have pinged you as a D's nuts joke kind of guy, but you know what? I respect that.
Is that every establishment you walk into? Baja Fresh.
He was working on
freshen up D's nuts. Like, all right.
That reminds me. At that time, he was working on a liquor. Wasn't he starting a liquor company or a beer company?
Man, I can't keep track of all the people that they were with their guests of the history of the show that had a look. I'm working on a thing right now. I can't announce it yet. I'd love to announce it on the show right now, but hey, if I come back,
I
can tell you this thing I'm working on. Where it's like I think every single one of those fucking things that those people had just fucking died. Or never came to fruition.
Yeah, I actually remember too, because I remember he said he wanted to come do an episode of Elaborate, and he was like, I want to wait until we announce it because I can advertise it.
You should follow up with him now.
Happened. Yeah, like hey,
did that thing come out? Because I'm still waiting to do that episode of Elaborate with you to find out about you losing the Cruiserweight Championship.
And I think that was to. When he was on our program, I think he was working on Glow at the time, maybe, question mark? I don't know. Time is a fat circle, according to Scott.
Yes, because I was lying to him that I enjoyed the show.
Oh, I did enjoy. I wasn't lying.
I lied. I did not enjoy Glow. Sorry, Chavo.
He didn't write it.
Could have fooled me.
I'm trying to think. Jacqueline, she went into the Hall of Fame in 2016. I do feel like
probably a better time to go in.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do feel like that was kind of right when it started to become a bit of a circus. Who was in the 2016 class along her?
I'm looking it up right now.
I know you are.
Unfortunately,
that's why I asked.
Unfortunately, I will, if those who are trying to join the chat are having issues, I'm reading about in the Discord, they can watch it, but they can't join the chat.
Why not?
So apologies. I don't know.
Let me see if I can't.
Because you didn't go to church today, you fucking heathens.
Let Let's see. I'll chat.
So the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2016 includes a legacy wing, which had Luthez and Frank Gotch, along with the Godfather,
there we
Jacqueline.
go. I just saw a chat pop up.
There you go.
I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Didn't you? The Godfather, Jacqueline, Big Boss Man, and Sting.
Oh, the Sting year. Well, that's fun.
It's pronounced the Stinger, but okay.
But Lemon Cat in the chat says, Chavo has a beer. Los Guerreros. He also gets mad when anyone uses a frog splash. I love that. You know what? Completely won Chavo back for me. He's now my favorite again.
I dare you to frog splash his beer.
Ooh.
Chavo.
That'll get you the clicks. I'm sorry about that in the chat. I wish that we had noticed that earlier. I did click a thing where I went in and I just wrote, or I clicked, where the fuck did I click? Oh,
let me give everyone a hint.
To live chat, but it shouldn't have.
If you see a $ or a donate sign on the YouTube, that if you think like, oh, it's not working, just click that a bunch, and that'll probably unlock the ability to. If not, just keep trying it, just in case.
Well, anyways, you want to get to the main event? You want to talk Jake the Snake Roberts?
He's the main event?
Yeah. Never trust a snake. That's what it says.
He lives on. He outlived Hogan. He's outlived. It's now a race between him and Flair, I suppose, of just who's done worse to their bodies. He outlived New Jack.
Do you think Flair has done worse to his body than Jake has?
I suppose in different ways, right?
Yeah, because that's what I'm getting
lack
at.
Of sleep.
Right.
And certainly substances.
I
Flair
think
wasn't just
Flair,
drinking in the 80s.
No, but Flair wrestled a lot more and for longer, but Jake, I think, did way harder and worse things to his body internally.
Yeah, he's drinking piss, so
yeah,
we know that.
Man,
that's out there.
I fucking loved Jake St. Roberts as a kid so much. It was like my favorite that was what my name was. Like it was
Roberts, yeah.
Yeah. No, the snake. God damn it. It's like you don't even fucking know me. Yeah, I mean, the sort of guy that just did a great job of connecting with the audience. He had the gimmick, but he had a gimmick that I think endured a little bit more than some of the other sillier ones because he wasn't a snake, even though they called him the Snake. He's a guy who was snakish and carried a snake with him. It's not like, oh, he's half man, half snake, and we put him in a snake head to come to the ring. You know, they didn't give him a Mantar vibe or shit like that.
But they didn't, I don't know. I don't even look at it as necessarily, he's just a guy. He's just a guy with a moniker, really. You know?
Yeah, he's just a guy with a nickname, just like the Hitman. Right.
Hitman.
Yeah. Hitman. Jake Snake Roberts.
Yeah, that's what it should have been.
Debuted in 86. I was 3 years old. Debuted in 86 along with his Python, Damien.
You were 33 years old.
How old
you are now, yeah.
All of his stories about the snakes are insane. They're absolutely insane to listen to. The snakes getting loose. You think he's too much of a carny, to be totally honest with him?
Well, yeah, because he's always wanted to say yeah, I'm afraid of snakes too. I can't stand them. I'm terrified. No,
yep,
I don't believe you. Because people who are terrified don't do that well with a poker face,
right,
and a poker body that they're terrified. He may not like them. He may be freaked out, but it's he had what did he have originally? Was that an anaconda?
No, it was a python.
It was a python?
Yeah. Yeah.
Once you then have to deal with a cobra,
Right.
Like-
That I think is
And you're going, oh, I'm terrified. Were you?
right.
Because you were dealing with a fucking cobra.
Yeah, I would definitely fear a constrictor significantly less than a venomous snake. But
Yeah.
they both are terrifying. But I don't know. I mean, I do kind of believe
And then when
that
you're
he was,
doing like
do you want to know what it
small
is?
shitty shows for $12 and
Right.
you're going, I'm not bringing a snake. You're not paying me enough and I'm
Right.
terrified of them. Like, that's why I don't believe it ultimately.
I don't know. I do believe. I think maybe he's exaggerating. Still having the fear. I do think that when he first got strapped with it, he was just like, "This is how I'm making money. This is what Vince wants, or whoever the fuck handed it to him,
Sure.
and this is what I'm gonna do because I'm not gonna turn down the opportunity." He definitely felt like a businessman, an opportunist, but he also had great psychology, and I'm sure he also saw the merit in it as well. Like, oh yeah, that is a fucking great idea.
Totally. But terrified? No.
Yeah,
When people are terrified to fly in a plane, they freak out and they don't do it.
for nothing.
He traveled with it.
I want a shirt of the. I don't really remember these tights that they have in this photo. It's like this
Yeah.
drawing of him with like multicolored snake head, like he's Medusa. That's such an odd. I don't recall those tights.
I feel like those were around WrestleMania 5-ish tights, but that's just me guessing.
I just want that on a shirt, but not with any text on it. Not with like WWF. So yeah, you watched Beyond the Mat. I haven't seen it in years. I remember watching it and
Yeah.
just being like generally depressed because that was the first time that I think I ever really saw like, oh, like it's a horrible life for these people. And I had no idea that Jake, I knew that he had like problems, but I guess I assumed he was just like an alcoholic because like as a young person, that was what people with problems were, you
Sure.
know? And like, you know, I
Look, that guy's in a wheelchair. He's a real alcoholic.
I know when he came back after when he was doing the like evangelical shit with the, you know, the
Well, he
Austin
wasn't
316 stuff.
evangelical. He was
Religious. Yeah.
Yeah, he found
Right.
Jesus. He
And
didn't know where Jesus was. Found him.
Jesus is the one who stole Shawn Michaels' smile. Not a lot of people know that. That's where it was. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd like remember watching Beyond the Mat and just feeling like kind of really deeply depressed because I was like, oh, I don't think I knew how bad it is for him and like, you know, how far that fall was. Cause God, I mean, that dude was on top of the world.
He was on the world.
Yeah. I mean,
He
you know,
wasn't the tippity top.
sure, but he was there, you know, like,
Yeah. He was certainly a marquee attraction and was in a very successful spot,
right.
but drugs were not he certainly seems like a not overall difficult guy, but seeing what he carries with him and rewatching the movie, his portion, especially, you know, watching his documentary Pick Your Poison that WWE put out.
Yeah, I loved that. Yeah. I have that.
And I've been around him a little bit and just all the stuff that's gone on in his life. There's certainly an extent of watching it this early on with all of it.
Right.
And this is one of his daughters. They're trying to reconnect and talk. And what you were told in this documentary is when they meet up, like he's there for 5 minutes, immediately goes to his room and gets fucked up.
Right.
And then one of the other times he's there crying. And I think before I used to find Jake as the sad figure. And now I'm like, you're just being a stupid piece of shit. Like
Right.
you need to just deal with some things and deal with your daughter right there who wants to be with you.
Right. Sure.
And you're just crying, going like, you just don't understand. Like it's so hard. And she's not crying. And she's going like, what?
Right.
What's so hard?
Right.
What can you not deal with right now? And that's why I'm like, it's not that I lost respect for him. It's I find him to be a very frustrating person when watching the documentary because
but it's
you can just start something in that moment rather than just keep carrying
Yeah, but that's
something-
easier said. I mean, like, the guy clearly has massive like mental health issues and massive social, or not social, just personal, PTSD from his own childhood and all these things. And it's like, it's easier to tell somebody to do it. It's like at the end of the day, the dude just needs fucking therapy. Like, he needed to go see a therapist or a psychiatrist.
Yeah, he needs to do a lot of stuff.
Shit. And
but
so
even just in the moment, like, there's a
totally
camera crew there and your daughter.
Right.
Like, at least there was no, guys, can you leave? I want to hang out with my daughter. There was no sign or sense of, this is really important right now, and I do appreciate this. I may not do it well.
Right.
But I want to at least try. And it's like, Jake asked us to leave. And then his daughter said, yeah, it wasn't the best hangout ever, but we hung out for like 4 hours. And I haven't done that in forever. There was none of that.
Right.
No anything. Or even like, he picked up the tab.
And now
he did something nice.
He also refutes the documentary for changing the narrative of what actually happened as well.
Okay.
I don't know whether I don't know the details of that to form an opinion, but I do know that
I waited 10 minutes till I went and got fucked up.
Maybe it's literally that, but I know he definitely says like that's they picked and choose. There was a lot of stuff there that they didn't show, and he refutes that whole experience and says,
sure,
that it was,
he also goes to an indie show and pisses in a fucking like collective drink tank. And,
sure.
Yeah, there stuff overall, and also I think at the time you can go like, oh man, that sucks. I can't believe they said that he did stuff like that, and they left out the good stuff. And then you hear more stories about his life, and we see more about his life later, and you go, no, that all seems like it happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I do remember,
he wasn't the sympathetic figure for me when rewatching that movie.
I think, I guess that's my question though, is like, but you watched it and you didn't see it for anything different this time around, or are you saying that he used to be?
No, perspective on a lot of things had changed. Where I was like, all right, or people I wasn't that familiar with, or that I knew more of now, and seeing it. Certainly, like, I think still probably the worst person. One of the worst people in the whole movie is The Rock.
Right.
Because there is no, in the stories afterwards, like, he didn't apologize to Foley. He didn't do this. He didn't go up to his family and say like, hey, you guys okay? None of that. So the narrative doesn't talk about it, but it's like, no, he's awful. The fucking Roland dude from APW, the independent promotion, was like the rival to UPW that I would go to.
Got it.
And they, with the whole like, oh, Mike Modest and the other guy, they're these big prospects, and Roland saying like, oh, I pay my guys. And I remember immediately hearing from people where it's, no, he doesn't.
No, right.
He's actually one of the worst.
Right.
He doesn't pay him. And you see it on his face. You're like, you're such a fucking grifter. You're a piece of shit. It's interesting to see. It was interesting to see all of the backstage at WWF Monday Night Raw at the time, because it's so different than what it is now.
Sure,
everyone's collectively there.
Right.
Like, everyone's in a space where
it's a lot less corporate.
Well, no, not even just that. I'm talking like no one's at a gigantic building. No one's dispersed everywhere. There's not videos and interviews being done for documentaries where
I get what you're saying.
Talent's just all over the place, and there's coordinators and stuff. Like, everyone's around. Vince is around. Jim Ross is around. Jim Cornette's around. They're running the show, and they're all around watching monitors and stuff. Taker's around. Like, everybody's there, and they're all waiting and just kind of chatting and doing stuff. It's totally different. It would feel like watching a backstage independent show at this point. Like, that's how that is compared to no one's near the boss at all.
Right.
Like, everyone's over. That's like that corner.
There's a desk at,
and there's different people you got to get through to talk to that. That's crazy to see. And Vince like checking in with stuff. And then it's okay. Well, Cornette and Jim Ross are the people you talk to about anything. And they're going to be busy and doing shit. And so all that's like wild and interesting to see. But yeah, Jake, I've always liked Jake too. I didn't love him a lot. I think I loved him a lot later when I appreciated more of what he was. And his matches and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I don't walk away going like, oh, poor fella.
Interesting. Yeah, I definitely feel like I think the pick your poison put a lot of stuff into perspective, which is I think maybe that is what makes me feel more like he is this tragic figure. Because he's just so troubled. It's sort of like
who kept having children. It's like, stop.
Yeah, I mean,
stop.
Yeah, that's not obviously an easy
Put a
thing
hood
to
over
perpetuate.
your snake.
Did you see the Resurrection documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went and met him for that. I went to his comedy show and bought the.
Oh wait, no.
No, like I went to a comedy show and he was selling it, and
Oh.
I think that's when the Fox Sports thing was going to be happening, and
Right.
talking to one of his daughters there at the time, coordinating all this and
Right.
saying that, and she was flabbergasted, like, wait, what? Fox Sports? I go, yeah, it'd be fun to interview him, have him on the show. And then watching the documentary, and I'm like, ugh, what's a good day, Jake? Like,
I mean, he seemed to have a good day at the Hall of Fame, his induction.
Yeah.
That
Like
seemed to be a good one.
That was tremendous. I was there for that and watched that, and I was like, finally.
Yeah.
If he just died right now, slowly, like if he just kind of slumped over, I think
Right.
everyone would just go, oh, whew, okay.
Yeah.
It's a little sad, but that is the best case scenario, right, everybody?
I do feel like, I mean, people are just going to say that I continue to hate on AEW, but I do feel like his involvement in AEW was often sort of like a missed opportunity. It started okay, and he was doing good stuff with fucking Murder Hawk. What was his name? I'm forgetting. Lance Archer?
Yeah.
His name? Yeah. And like, he was still a performer. He was still a good actor. He could still, but keep him out of the ring. It was like better when he was doing vignettes and doing pre-tapes. And like, I definitely feel like he probably could have done played a bigger role in that company in that capacity somehow, even if it's just like a guy that the young guys go to talk, like an old sage, an old guy in the woods.
They don't do that there. We
Yeah, I
know
know.
that.
I know they don't listen to the old folks at all. They have no interest in listening to any advice that
Tully
anybody
Blanchard talked about that.
would
Yeah.
ever. I was actually quoting the Adam Hangman Page thing.
No, I know. But
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, it's corroborated with Tully Blanchard talked about it. Mark Henry's talked about it, where it's like, yeah, they don't ask us stuff.
Right. Well, there you go.
But he got paid a shit ton of money, and for a guy that's not good with money,
Yeah.
again, like, he keeps getting these amazing opportunities,
Right.
and hopefully he's well and doing all right. But
I do think
favorite
that
Jake the Snake match.
Say again.
Favorite Jake the Snake match.
Shit.
Oh shit.
I don't know. That's a hard one to pull. I'd probably have to like remind myself.
Do you have a
of
feud or something in mind, or like even a favorite Jake?
Taker. I mean, him and the thing that like scarred me as a kid was him and Macho. Even though I was a fan of Jake the Snake Roberts, having having the Cobra bite Macho is still just burned into my fucking brain forever.
Mhm.
But that was also at an era where like I didn't get the tape, so I only saw the TV matches, and then I only like learned about what happened on the stuff that I didn't see. But I don't know. We watched that fucking blindfold match, which was just great carny insanity on watch along. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I can pull a favorite Jake Snake match.
A run-on joke between a friend and I is always, I'm trying to remember the event. I think it was a one and done, because some companies like, hey, look, we got a bunch of, I think it's Night of Legends, and they hired a bunch of legends, and Jake is pretty much the reason why it all goes terribly wrong. I think a lot of legends are also, a little overweight, and it's not the best. Like, oh, everyone looks great and it's happy. And this is still pay-per-view times, I guess, even though now we're back into it.
Right.
But it's something like, maybe it's Kamala and Jim the Animal Neidhart, Jake the Snake Roberts, King Kong Bundy, like a bunch of guys like of that ilk. And Jake is very fucked up on the show. And the promo he gives is the snippet that we always refer to as playing blackjack, huh? You got 21, I got 22. And we always just say like very calmly, quietly, like, well, you lose,
You
Jake.
lost. Yeah. You busted.
You can't. That's not a one-upsmanship of a game in which you've gone over. That is over.
Well, there you have it. Encyclopedia
Will
21 in the books. Jake.
Will Jake the Snake Roberts have another big moment in wrestling in some capacity again?
Big moment? I mean, he's the sort of guy that because he carries a snake around, there's always an opportunity for him to do like I said, a young guy's talking to him for whatever, and then he comes to the rescue and dumps a snake in the ring. He doesn't have to take a bump. He doesn't have to do anything, and he can have a moment. But also WWE...
Yeah, he did it with Ambrose.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
The Dean Ambrose bit. And then the Rumble, yeah.
I mean, he should have been the one sitting there with Stephanie McMahon and saying, hey, I'm going to induct you into the Hall of Fame. Security.
What if the way that he announces, he's like, I need you to look at my buddy in the ring, and it's Ravishing Rick Rude, but he's got Stephanie painted on his crotch. And he's like, hey.
And everyone's like, that guy's been long dead.
All right. I gotta go. Thanks for joining us. If you joined us in the live stream and you didn't get any opportunity to chat, I do apologize. I don't know what happened. But we
Jake's
did get
locking you out.
I don't know. Nothing happened. It's all your fault. But if you want access to these shows, the only way to get them, not just live, but also the replays, is over on Patreon, patreon.com/WWF Palskis, where you get access to all things that Palskis have to offer, including our Watch Along Wednesday series, both video and audio forms, the original encyclopedia, and hundreds and hundreds of hours of goodies over there at patreon.com/PW Palskis. Scott, we have to thank our current Patreon Palskis.
Yes, with all your support, we can make sure that we can keep opening the WWE Encyclopedia, because it takes a nickel every time to open that thing. You know that?
True.
So
and every time I open it and close it in a single episode, sometimes that's like 10 nickels.
Yeah, it's a lot. It adds up, and we are not rich Canadian wrestling promoters by birth, so. We thank you, Adrian Avina, Alex Pierce, Alice Rader, Andrea Beeler, Gilbert Short, Mass Lama, the PWP champ, Michael Beltran, Mike Lucas, Strong Style, Suicide, Tim Redbeard, Tony Hayter, and Tony Griggs.
Thanks to each and every one of you for your continued support of the program. Scott, it sounded like you said Mickle Bell. Like rhymes with a nickel. Mickle Bell.
Yeah.
Mickle Bell. I like that, Mickle.
Because, well, I won't go that far.
Great. Okay. Let's move on. Hey,
if you give Mickey Bell a nickel, he give you some bubble gum.
A tickle.
There we go.
I'll give you a tickle.
Tickle Bell.
Tickle Bell. No, we're off the rails.
That's after 2 a.m.
Yeah. Honestly, get in the Discord, completely free. Find the link at pwpalskis.com. Especially if you want to see drunk posting Mickey in the Discord, is always a good time.
I still want drunk Mickey Bell to call the hotline.
The problem is that he's too drunk to remember.
Shit.
What else? Hey, check out the shop. pwpalskis.com. Click the shop there. You get access. You get access to buy stuff from the shop. We
have
shirts.
The Hulk Hogan hot dog T-shirt.
But
mugs, can we make one of a Hogan of a hot dog Hogan that's deceased?
Just X's.
But the hot dog's in a coffin.
And then Taker's behind it, and he's got a MAGA hat on. All right. We got to move on. We have to be done. Anything else you have to say to the people before we say bye-bye?
Just a bunch more hot dog jokes.
All righty. Well, thank you guys for joining us for hot dog jokes and Pro Wrestling Palskis. I said Pro Wrestling Palskis. Now I'm going to say it again in a moment when I do the usual call sign. It's always a blast hanging out with you. Keep chasing your dreams.
Dragon Wagon.